morning, dear hearts. We're on lesson 327. Please subscribe. Today's lesson is about faith. And faith is something that we acquire through experience. It is not something that we just automatically have. We build faith, just as we build a spiritual muscle in this path that we are on any spiritual path. We build a muscle that we are able to rely on more and more the farther along in our path that we go. Faith or faithfulness is one of the requirements in becoming a teacher of God. There are different things that we must acquire and that are, characteristics of being a teacher of God. For faithfulness, it says, the extent of the teacher of God's faithfulness is the measure of his advancement in the curriculum. Because the further along, as I said, that we go, the more that we develop this characteristic of being faithful and having faith. Today's lesson is, I need but call and you will answer me. And that is a statement of faith, that I believe that when I call out, that I indeed will be answered. And who am I expecting or anticipating will answer me? God, my source, my cause. I am his effect. And I will anticipate him answering me because he has promised to do so. And God always keeps his promises. The lesson begins with a more text portion that says, I am not asked to take salvation or freedom on the basis of an unsupported faith. I'm not expected to just automatically have faith. Again, it has to be developed. It is a requirement, but it is not something that I automatically have. The more experiences that I have of calling and being answered, receiving that answer, the greater my ability to not only have faith, but then to teach it. Everything I receive, I will then give. The lesson continues, for God has promised he will hear my call and answer me himself. Let me but learn from my experience that this is true and faith in him must surely come to me. So how am I answered? And that is a question that we really have to ponder. How will I be answered? Is there going to be a booming voice that all of a sudden I hear comes from within me? This is God within. Am I going to hear a booming voice? Or will I receive the answer to the problem that I have in a more subtle, quiet way? Perhaps I'll hear a song. Perhaps someone will call me on the phone. Perhaps I will read an article or have something pop up on one of those devices that will give me the answer. Somehow I will be communicated to by my Father. He will not leave me comfortless. He will not leave me in a quandary. He will answer me. Now, when I receive the answer, will I know and will I accept that indeed it is from my Father? I need but call and you will answer me. But now I have to have that faith that when I receive that answer, that I know that it indeed is the answer. Let me but learn from my experience that this is true and faith in him will surely come to me. This is the faith that will endure and take me farther and still farther on the road that leads to him. For thus I will be sure that he has not abandoned me and loves me still, awaiting but my call to give me all the help I need to come to him. That is all that our Father wants. He wants us to return home. And every problem that I have and every time I call out, the real problem that I'm having is that I'm not believing that I am sure that my path is sure. I don't know. I'm not certain. Remember, certainty is of God. Knowledge is of God. I'm not certain yet, which is why I don't have full faith yet. Faith and certainty will come together, and both happen through experience. In Lesson 169, there's that great line that it says, we call upon God's name, and then we cease to speak because we have faith that we will be answered. This is what we are developing, faith that indeed we will be answered. We don't know how. We don't even know when, because that answer may not come instantaneously, which is a problem for my ego, because when my ego wants an answer, it wants it now. But that is not necessarily how the answer comes. The answer might need to reveal itself to me, and I might need to get quiet to be able to experience and recognize that's the answer I've been waiting for. That is all I've been wanting. That is all that I need. Benjamin Franklin said, the way to see by faith is to shut the eye of reason. And that's kind of what we need to do. Because sometimes what we believe is reasonable in this world does not hold true with our Father. A Janetism in my book is faith is not knowing. I need to be able to not know so that I may be shown. And then I will know. My faith will lead me to knowledge. My faith will lead me to certainty. My faith will lead me to God. That is what I get to realize when I need but call, and you indeed will answer me. The second part of today's lesson is the prayer, and it says, Father, I thank you that your promises will never fail in my experience if I but test them out. Let me attempt, therefore, to try them and to judge them not. Your word is one with you. You give the means whereby conviction comes, and surety of your abiding love is gained at last. This is what we gain. This is what we acquire through our faith. That's Buster back there, by the way. We acquire the ability to be in the problem and know that the answer is right there on its way. I can't see it. I don't know what it is. But if I have great faith in my Father, I know that the answer is on its way. And I will recognize it when it gets here. That's it for today. I hope it made sense. I hope it helped. So please like, share, and subscribe. Please comment. Please smile. Please take in a deep breath and release all doubt, because doubt and faith cannot coexist, just like love and fear cannot. So let me release all of my doubt so that I may move into faith. Please be here tomorrow. I have faith that you will. Namaste.